I ran into an old friend I met years ago on this real cheap dating site called Love Access. You know, it's just the lamest site you could ever imagine. Anyway, some guy that I saw on Facebook the other day, he mentioned that he knew me back then in those years. You had to pay a $10 membership fee to get in there, but no one ever got lucky. It's like the most lamest site in the world. And I ran into this guy on Facebook the other day that told me he was a member years ago when I was there. I still have an old membership in this freaking place. But anyway, and he was saying, hey Kevin, you know, some Russian girl took me to the cleaners at that site. I said, yeah, duh. There's nothing but women con artists from the former Soviet Union, Bulgaria, and the Ukraine. I mean, what the hell are you going to expect? They're all on the make for American guys. They have a little, you know, money. And this guy did have a little bit of money. And so he was a perfect target. I certainly was not a target at all. Not even for Philippine girls. But anyway, this guy says, this girl named Svetlana, she conned me. She cleaned out my bank account. I mean, right there tells you. They're freaking Russians. You know, Russians. They want American bucks. So all these friends of mine in there, these male friends I had, they were all getting conned left and right. I was the only one that knew that these Russian girls were up to no good. I mean, I don't know what the hell is wrong with some of these guys. I guess they were freaking desperate, I guess. But anyway, not that I wasn't. It's just that I knew the Russians were up to no good. When I was a kid, that was during the Cold War, so I knew about Russians, you know. You know, Khrushchev wasn't a good guy. Every other girl's name in there was either Olga, Oksana, Svetlana. That's the one that, there was one that liked me. I thought she liked me. She was trying to con me. I had a little thing for her, but I knew she was up to no good. But I wanted to go with this as far as it could go. You know, I knew nothing was going to come of it. But she spoke broken English. And she said once, she took me by surprise because I kind of called her on her game. And she knew what I was kind of alluding to, that she was a con artist. And so I said to her, Svetlana, dear, play your balalaika for me, whatever. And can you sing a Russian folk song for me? And this guy was actually surprised that he got taken by a Russian girl. This is crazy. They were all on the make back then. You see, now the Russian economy is doing a lot better. And you'll find fewer of those Russian girls in there on the make for American guys or Western guys, you know, British guys or American guys, Canadian guys. Anybody with a little money. That was about 10 years ago. They took so many guys to the cleaners, you can't believe it. There were some really beautiful Russian girls in there, but there's not one of them was there for a legitimate reason. Not one of them. And I said to him, didn't I warn you guys years ago there was this girl named Olga who was starting on me? I was extremely unpopular at that site. I was like ruining these Russian girls' business because I would warn these American guys, friends of mine, that, watch, you know, they're Russians. You can't understand. They don't love you. They want your freaking money, you know? And I told a few off myself. I said, listen, Olga, go get your boyfriend Boris and go back to Siberia and, you know, fish for dinner through a hole in the ice like you used to before you got on the internet. You're not going to get my money, honey. You know, you expect me to think that you're going to be a wonderful, loving American wife and bake cookies in Indiana for me with an apron? I don't think so. Some people are just freaking gullible. And one of them actually said this to me. You ugly American. I don't want you. I don't want you either, bitch. I mean, Jesus. Your ancestors were freaking Cossacks. I come from Jersey. I don't know from Cossacks. It's just like, what? That was the craziest site I was ever in. I was real unpopular over there, as you can imagine. She said, go back home, you. Go back home, American. I said, bitch, this is an American site. I am home. You're in freaking Leningrad. Don't tell me to go home. And she was, and this other Russian girl, she actually ganged up with her against me. And she says, we got to do something with these Americans. And she said, we Russian girls, we are very elegant and beautiful. This other one I was talking to looked like freaking Khrushchev's brother. And that was a girl. So I don't know. A lot of those Russian girls were just like drop dead gorgeous. But the ones we got, they all look like freaking Boris Yeltsin. You know, it wasn't a really attractive sight. But anyway, and they were all conning everybody for money. I mean, what the hell did they think they had as collateral? But I just thought it was a lot of fun being in there, but I didn't get conned like half my friends did.